Oh, what's going on? My name's Ari. My digital artifact is a blog about the 2021 Formula One season, and it focuses on the rivalry between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. And I decided to do that because I'm a big car bloke, big F1 bloke. So I thought, what digital artifact could I do that could help share that passion? And decided to do that.
My name is Joel, and my digital artifact is that I'm going to be modding and adding hacks to my new 3ds XL. I decided to do it because I've always wanted to do it, and what better excuse to do it than as uni work?
Awesome. My name's Rory, and my digital artifact I call it the AI deck decider. It's a concept that I'm gonna use a blog post to record and follow my journey as I use AI to decide my Clash Royale decks. And this journey will be followed through the analysis of my improved game skills, my improvement in like technology. So through this, I was potentially planning on using either Instagram and a blog post, or both, or maybe just one. We will decide that later as we go through like the development of this digital artifact, and also the statistics that will be gathered after each game. So that will find the evolution of it all.
Yeah, nice, nice. My name's Hugo. My digital artifact is a blog about connecting with people at music festivals and events. The reason why I sort of created this was there's been so many times where I've met a bunch of cool people but had no phone service or anything to, I guess, get a social media or a contact. So I feel like a way that I can portray this and get people to connect after is great. In using AI, I've been using it a lot in the web development and also the logo, and also just I guess, the script and the copy of blog posts.
Sick. My name's Hunter. For my digital artifact, I'm doing a series of videos, editing clips from movies and TV shows. I chose to do this digital artifact so I could share characters and moments from movies I like, and so hopefully audiences can discover new movies they like.
All right, so our theme is exploring AI media, and throughout personally the development of my digital artifacts, I've used AI a lot in the iteration process. So first of all, I used ChatGPT to decide what software I would use to create my blog. It gave me a bunch of options, and then I decided to use Squarespace because it just narrowed. I asked it to narrow it down, which is the easiest to operate, and it said Squarespace and Wix were the best. And I've already had prior experience on Squarespace, so I use Squarespace. And through the development of the blog, I used AI to create my headings on the blog. So I was going to do each heading explains like a part of the season, and I wasn't very creative, so my like headings were kind of boring. So what I would do, I would get the heading that I wrote in the blog and put it in ChatGPT and ask it make this more dramatic. So I think one of my original headings was um youth versus experience, because it was Hamilton is the experienced guy, Verstappen is the youth guy. And I said, make this more dramatic in ChatGPT, and it changed it to changing of the guard, which I think sounds much more just informative, entertaining. I also use AI to incorporate 3D car models. So what I want to do on my blog, I wanted to get a 3D model of each car that was in the season. So I got a 3D model of Verstappen's Red Bull and a 3D model of Hamilton's Mercedes. And I asked ChatGPT to um, code the actual 3D model for me. So I'm like, write a code that would create a 3D model of the 2021 Red Bull Racing Formula One car. And ChatGPT couldn't do that, right? So then I went to Microsoft Copilot and I said the same thing, create a 3D model of the 2021 Red Bull Formula One car. And what it did is it couldn't do it, but Microsoft Copilot, they recommended a third-party website. What the website was called, but what you can do, you can put like an image of the car on the website, and then it creates a 3D model for you. So I used that, and then I also used AI to create statistical like analysis because I wanted to get into the rivalry of Hamilton and Verstappen, and I didn't want to create like the graphs myself because I wanted to like make an actual graph saying which guy did better in which race and all that, and the qualifying and all that. So I used ChatGPT to like narrow it all down for me and it made like a bar graph explaining which guy did better and where. That's where I use that for my one.
Yeah, sweet.
Um, the aspect that I use AI in is when you're modding a 3DS, you need to format your SD card in FAT32. And with SD cards over 32 gigabytes, it's not very easy to do that, and there's not a lot of instructions. So I asked ChatGPT, and it pointed me to different softwares that could help me format it. Um, and then I would ask ChatGPT how I can begin modding my 3DS. And it pointed me to this website, 3ds.hacks.guide. And from there on, it was pretty straightforward. Um, I actually also found out that there's a ChatGPT app on the 3DS that somebody ported, which is pretty funny. I haven't explored it that much yet, but I'm going to in the future. Um, and also just asking ChatGPT for fun games to play, different apps I can try, and new hacks and ROM hacks that I can add onto my 3DS. It's been really useful for me. So yeah.
Um, for my digital artifact, AI is pretty much the focus. I mean, I use ChatGPT. I use a couple different like chatbots. I've used Copilot, ChatGPT, and another called Monica. Monica is personally my favorite because it allows you to put an infinite amount of like like the photos and like the AI will like analyze those photos and you can do that an infinite amount of times. Whereas ChatGPT, there's a limited amount unless you decide to pay extra, which as a uni student I'm not doing. Um, and so AI is pretty much the prime focus. I used AI in regards to the setup because I asked it like what would be the best website to make a blog post, and they similar to Ari, they offered me Wix and what was it the other one?
Squarespace.
Squarespace.
Yeah.
I personally chose to go with Wix, but I haven't really set up my blog post properly yet, so that could always potentially
Can I just butt
change.
in real quick? Why did you decide to go for Wix instead of Squarespace?
That's a good question because I've seen more YouTube ads about Wix than I have Squarespace, so I'm
Yeah.
like, surely one. I've just
Do you have
heard the
any
name before.
experience on Wix or Squarespace?
I've
No?
got no experience on either, so we're just kind of. If I hate Wix, then we're going to go to move to
Yeah, see, I
Squarespace.
think I think I'm the same. I had prior experience with Wix, so I just
Right.
decided I'd already done it, which is like similar to you with your Squarespace.
Yeah.
Mm. And then I'm also using AI to like help with my statistics. So I'll be using like Google Forms and stuff so that I can get like a little pie chart and stuff as to how like different decks either improve or decline my trophies or how they, how it can help me learn strategies and things in the game.
Yeah,
And
the
so
AI really helps with like when you're trying to make like graphs
exactly.
instead of
So
doing all the like maths yourself and
there's
trying to
no
figure out.
way I'm doing a graph
The
by
data
myself.
analysis of AI is just
Like
so
I would have
easy.
to watch if I want to get like Hamilton and Verstappen's qualifying results. I'd have to watch like every single qualifying session back and like write it all down.
Yeah.
Like just go to AI like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and say, give me a summary of the qualifying results and does it all for me in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So
See,
if you're
like,
doing statistical analysis, AI is number one.
and also like if you want to do statistical analysis, say you even wanted to go just on some ethical stuff, just no AI, you would have to like go so far out of your way to not use it. I mean, it's like AI is the one and only way you can necessarily go around that. So shout out AI for that one. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, and that's about it. Just choosing AI decks, helping me choose my blog posts and helping me organize my statistics.
Yeah, nice. The AI I've been using, it's called Perplexity. It's a source-based search engine. So basically, it takes away all the hallucinations and stuff that other AIs do and make up stuff. So what I've been using with that is I've been trying to find the most easy way to make my blog readable. Because obviously web layout and the design really
Yeah.
impacts on how effective the information is relayed to a reader. Um, so that's been my first, I guess, key point on why I wanted to get this all sorted with AI. Another thing I tried was the Wix built-in site creator, but what I found, especially with most AIs, is they're getting towards good creative capabilities, but they're still very mundane or like quite boring. So in terms
What do
of
you mean by that?
so like visual effects and stuff wise,
Yeah,
it creates your full layout, but
yeah,
it just I put in a massive prompt about what I wanted and like where to put things, and it just
yeah,
didn't really. The color scheme wasn't off. The consistency wasn't very great. So I kind of kept that stuff sort of to myself. In terms of using it elsewhere, if you want to expand a blog post, I guess if it's a 1,000 word post or something, and I've only got 300 words input, you can get it to emphasize on points that you might not be able to specifically.
Okay. So if you're struggling, if you don't know what to write about, but you got like clear points, you don't know how to elaborate on that.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
ask
So
ChatGPT or whatever AI to elaborate on these points for you.
yeah, so basically, like, there's certain times where I put in the call, but I'm like, I don't know, it's quite short. I want to expand it, and then because it obviously can research from the internet the best structures for blog post writing and stuff,
Yeah.
it's able to expand that, and we're using your original tone, emphasize on that, which is quite interesting.
Oh, so it keeps your tone of writing.
Yeah, so you can if you
Okay.
prompt it right, you can actually keep it in a friendly human-like
So it
tone.
sounds like you're the one actually writing it, not AI.
Yeah,
Okay.
but so technically it is me, but I've just gotten it to expand it, which I think is quite interesting. The last little thing is, I guess, even though it didn't create the visuals, visual ideas. So like where to put for like featured post sections, for example, I have the heading at the middle and then three centralized featured post boxes which go into their own little subsections.
Right.
Um, and also like whenever I have problems with Wix, I haven't really used it too much. I just ask. That's more effective, I feel like, than Google. I'd ask, how do I access this feature? How do I link
Yeah,
this button to a
that's what
website?
I've kind of figured out. AI is more when I got questions, I always just ask AI. I don't even use Google.
It's a good instruction. Like it sort of leads you on the path you need to be, which I
Yeah.
think is quite
It like
effective.
already filters all the
Yeah.
just the random
And the
stuff.
thing I love about AI, I guess, in this is compared to Google and stuff, it gives you just what your search is based on. But AI, you can get your search so specific to what you actually need
Yeah.
that it just cuts out all the time of searching through articles and whatnot. But yeah, apart from that, it's I haven't had too many challenges. I think the only one would be visual challenges and creating visuals. Apart from that, it's been quite helpful.
Okay, sick. So I think that for when using AI, one of its biggest strengths is generating ideas. So when I started making my digital artifact, I knew I wanted to do something with video editing, but I wasn't sure on the
Why is that? Is
specifics.
that like a passion of yours or?
It's just a medium I want to
Okay.
explore.
Yeah, me neither.
Where
Yeah, nice.
Have you
last
done it
semester
before?
I did it slightly last semester, and I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it.
So I've
Like
been
a
trying to do
subject?
it
Was it
more.
a subject?
Yeah, it was screen media.
Screen media. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I knew that I wanted to explore this passion of mine. So I needed the specifics of what videos I would edit, and I used ChatGPT. I asked it for a list of ideas, and really just used ChatGPT to brainstorm my ideas to help me get like the title and the specific specific themes I wanted to explore.
What type of videos do you edit?
So I'm
Like what
doing
genre?
so I'm doing like it's all for TikTok basically.
Yeah.
It's like it's called Character Showcase,
Yeah.
where I explore a specific character. I'm working on one where it's like about Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and it's just clips from the movie with music and
So these like your
pretty
favorite
simple.
characters and that from.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically just that. And I
Have you
got
found any like major challenges or anything with using AI? Because obviously video
yes,
editing has been a very predominant, I guess, human thing for recent years.
yeah, for well, I've tried a new software called DaVinci Resolve, and I was really struggling to figure it out, like figure out
How
how
did you
to edit
find that
things.
software? Did you
That
use
was
AI to find it or was just
yeah, I used ChatGPT on that one too
yeah, yeah.
to find it, and then I really struggled
So
to
we'll use
use it.
AI really defines the software we're using for the digital artifacts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is it's pretty cool to
yeah,
think of that like we've all came to what we believe is the easiest way to, I guess, make our digital artifacts has stemmed from AI helping us push us in the right direction.
Yeah.
yeah. And even when I used it to find the software, and when I was struggling to use it, I used AI to give me like tutorials on how to edit specific things and do specific effects, which was
Mm.
very good
Was
for
that
my
effective?
process.
The
It was very effective.
yeah.
It's really carried my video editing really.
Do you edit your videos because you're doing like short form content? Do you edit that like just on your phone, or do you like export the videos onto like a whole
Yeah,
laptop
I've been
device?
using it on my computer for now. It's just more easier. The phone's more. It's hard to get like specifics
Mm.
right.
on your phone compared to your.
Yeah, compared to the computer, the computer's been more
Yeah, okay.
effective.
For my digital artifacts, I think the AI helped a lot with the making of the 3D car models.
Yeah.
Because to make an actual model, you got to use like a lot of like mathematical equations and all that.
It's also quite a time.
It'll take
It's
ages.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
quite a time
Want it to.
expensive
I want it to be like
period.
relatively detailed as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not that good at maths, and I want to spend like a lot of hours making the 3D models. So ChatGPT.
Is this like a CAD sort of a thing? Like you actually designing like a whole 3D model of a car, or are you just like
No, no, no.
looking for like a little image to put in like a blog post?
No. So my blog post will have the 3D model of the car. It's not an image. You'll have like an actual 3D model, but I'm not creating the 3D model myself. AI
Does
did it
all
for
that.
me,
Yeah.
and
I didn't even know you could do that.
yeah,
You could get it to like create kind of things like that.
yeah. So if you're if you don't know if you want to create like a model and you don't have the capabilities, give it to AI.
I think another thing, a lot of people have the challenge with AI. They let it do all the work for them. They don't actually filter out what they want themselves.
Yeah.
And that often becomes a bit of a reliance. I do think with, I guess, especially with online things like blogs and
Yeah.
video editing, is AI, it takes out all the frustrating, time consuming guesswork and stuff, and also the kind of figure out how to use new softwares, which I think has been such a good way to increase productivity and stuff. Because
AI definitely increases productivity. Yeah, it
if
will.
you use it right, I feel like.
If you use it, I think for AI, you should use it for the stuff that's really time consuming.
Use
All
it as a
the
tool rather than it to do the job.
Yeah,
skip all the
Um,
tedious stuff.
I had a teacher last year in TAFE, and he was saying like AI is pretty much a teacher when you're not at school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
you could
you can
learn.
ask questions and
Yeah.
like,
You could learn like whole subject on AI.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
absolutely.
yeah. Did you use AI when creating and modding the DS?
Yeah, so like with the DS modding, it's kind of hard to incorporate AI into it because
Yeah.
like the 3DS community is such like so tight knit and like it's very human. Like
Is it okay?
it takes a lot. Like
I get what you mean.
you know what I'm
Did you
saying?
also have challenges with, because obviously the 3DS is like an older piece of hardware now,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a long way before the actual AI times. Did you find that was an issue with AI and a challenge, I guess, understanding how to mod that?
Um, I don't think that was an issue so much. I think like for example, what I was talking about with formatting the SD card because it's like an old format that they use. Stuff like that is hard, and that's why I was so surprised to see that ChatGPT is on the 3DS. Um, like the modding community adds all sorts of stuff, and I was really like
So
surprised to
someone
see
has
that.
actually modded the
Yeah, that
ChatGPT
they made like
software.
a port of ChatGPT and
Yeah,
put it on
wow.
the 3DS.
How does it? Does the hardware run it well? 3DS can it run ChatGPT?
The 3DS, it doesn't run a lot of stuff very well.
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking into modding a Switch next.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that's a bit newer.
Yeah, something a bit newer and
How
like,
old is the 3DS hardware? 2000.
well, so the original 3DS came out in 2011, but the one that I'm using came out in 2016 because it's like a special
Okay.
edition.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the hardware's still with it. They wouldn't change the hardware. They'll just change the cosmetic now.
So there's the 3DS
Yeah.
and the new 3DS. New 3DS has a better CPU and RAM and
But
stuff like that.
are you modding a new 3DS or just 3DS?
New 3DS.
Yeah,
Oh, so
nice.
it's actually got better
Yeah, yeah.
hardware. Okay. Okay.
And oh, actually, like with the software that I'm using it, you can overclock it, so you can
Oh,
get
really?
better
Okay.
performance out of
Oh,
games and
wow.
stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Damn. Well, I
No,
get what you mean when like, because I used to try and get ROMs like back in high school. I used to
yeah,
try and
it's
get.
hard to find them.
Well, I used to have a website that I found through a Discord server
Mm-hmm.
because like the Nintendo community is like really like you can just
Yeah,
anything you need.
they got
Some
it.
some
Yeah.
guy somewhere
Somebody's
in the
dumped it
world
somewhere.
is done
Yeah.
it. You can just go on Reddit and like 10 years ago someone's asked the
Mm-hmm.
same question you have and it's just like kind of
Yeah, well,
sorted.
you know what? Speaking of that, I did have a little bit of trouble finding some ROMs for some games. I feel like I could have used ChatGPT to help me find them.
yeah.
Just thinking about it now, like,
Yeah.
because a lot of like
Mhm.
ROM websites are really sketchy and stuff.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
past I have been looking for ROMs and I've asked ChatGPT and they've sent me links to websites and
Are
I
they
can
mostly like trustworthy and stuff?
yeah, I could tell they were safe
Mhm.
by the things and I use ChatGPT to secure it and
Mm-hmm.
help me.
So what do we reckon? I guess what would you tell someone starting the DA tomorrow? Like the key takeaways, I would guess, using AI and digital artifacts.
Um, Probably. Well, first thing, do what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, the thing will just be a massive chore, will just drag on.
Yeah.
And don't use AI, but don't make it like the foundation.
Yeah.
Use it
To
as
like
only as a
really
tool.
be careful about relying on AI, especially with blog posts, which we've got a couple of people in this room doing blog posts. So it's like if you rely on AI to like, can you find this source and then write about it for me and just chuck that in your blog post? It's like, I mean, AI is constantly always just dropping in, like, say for example, piece of information is difficult to find. They're always just gonna drop in just some like little bit of
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like some
I
bogus.
think the big
Yeah.
thing that Ari touched on was mixing effective AI use and your passion is the perfect way to get a better outcome.
Yeah.
I think if you do something you don't enjoy or rely too heavily on AI, you get a very computer based answer rather than
Yeah.
something. Because like a lot of the time with my blog at the moment, I will get something from AI. Like I like that, but then I don't like that. So it's the perfect mix of what it gives me and what I get, and I get the final result is what I enjoy.
Mm. You want it to feel like accomplishment and not relief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want it to be doing the work for you. You want to be helping you do the work,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which I think is something that a lot of
Yeah,
people
and then
will
passion will
over
make
rely
you
on.
want to do the work.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's kind of like
Yeah.
it's kind of perfect.
I think in full, using it as an assisting tool rather than making it do the work for you will strongly benefit
Mm-hmm.
making DAs.
It's also it's really important to experiment with it. Like you're not going to get everything on the first try. Like you've just got to keep
Yeah.
trying, filtering out like what you want to find. That's what AI is really good for. But yeah, you've still got to work on it a little bit yourself if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
That's sweet. What was that name?
Yeah.
Yep.
like and subscribe.
Use the Discord.
Follow me on
Use the
Discord.
Discord, man.